What's going on? It's your boy Trey, man. And we are back. This video right here, man. Oh my God. This right here, this is one I have previewed. This is going to be a good one. I have a lot to say about this one. And as you can see in the title, it says, Give a man money and he can't make me a wife. Women on the panel debate Dr. Umar Johnson's comments. I don't know if y'all seen that video. Umar Johnson is giving, basically saying in this video, uh, if he's asking this woman if she would invest in a business with him. They've been together for about 2 years, not married. But if she would just invest in some money, that'll help them, get to that point. Because some people say they not. I've heard this plenty of times. People say they didn't try to get married till they or both felt like they were financially ready. So, but just giving you some backsight about what they're going to be talking about in the video. Everybody's going to be giving their opinion. I'm going to definitely be stopping this video because I've already seen it and I want to address multiple of answers that were given. So here we go.
Before we get to the next person, I gotta bring Ava in this because Ava is my wild card, y'all. Ava is Ava is different because of her story and stuff. So forget the story, Ava. Just give me your input on the whole situation.
Well, I feel like if you're dating boyfriend and girlfriend, a woman should not be investing in a man. If it's your husband, then that's something different. But I would say is
Now, when people say this, you shouldn't be investing in a man. Now, mind you, they're speaking about the example that Dr. Umar gave, or they're going to say in this video that this couple hypothetically was together for 2 years already. So I'm going to keep bringing up the proper context, and everybody else is going to be adding other things into it. But the proper context is that you've already been with this person for 2 years. Okay? I want everybody to remember that. You've already been with this person 2 years, and everybody's going to basically go on to say, well, if you're married or we this and that. So let's keep going.
that when you if this woman is making more money than you, and that means she's probably paying the majority of the bills, she's making the decisions in the home, that means she's the man of the house in some type of way, and you're just next up. When you ask a woman for something and to do something big like that, like invest in something, it's like you enter at your own risk, because it's a lot of bad things can happen from that. I feel like as a man, your woman should be the last resort that you go to ask for help. I feel like there's banks out here. You should be hanging with the right circle where you might can go to one of your friends and probably y'all talk about that and get that. Maybe go to someone in your family, but your woman should be your the last person that you go to try to ask for her to be your angel investor.
So your woman should be the last person you go to ask to invest in a business that's going to benefit both of y'all. But the husband should be the first one that the wife goes to or the woman goes to because they're not married to ask that she asks for money or for an investment for whatever reason. So I so I'm just trying to make this I'm trying to get this understanding because this is where people are going wrong, where they're trying to, give put this so much on men that man, you're such a husband because this is what it just falls back on. You're such a man, you should be doing this, this, and this. If you're such a man or a husband, but in these particular terms, in this present as an example, they're not married, like I said. But she's speaking on the example if they are married. So I'm gonna keep playing and let's continue to what she's saying.
Um, when you give a woman that power, that's something that is not going to come easy for you, because now not only is she's making, if she's making $4,000 a month and 3,500 is going towards the bills and she's left with $500, and now you want her to invest in your dreams, which means you taking that house is going to be upside down.
And they always give these outlandish examples, man. Outlandish. I've never heard of a woman who was making $3,500 and was giving the man 500 to go and invest in the business. I've never heard of that. I'm like, come on, man. We always give this outlandish ass, exaggerated examples, so everybody can. Well, of course, nobody's going to do that. I mean, come on, man. Who's doing that shit in real life? Come on, man.
It's gonna be a big ass problem. Like, you're gonna be living with Cruella DeVille. Like, she's gonna be so fucking evil. So like, that's like you're playing with fire when you go to a woman and you asking her to invest in you, even if she's a woman that makes 7 figures and you're making only probably 60,000 a year. She's the dominant one at that point. And when you go into her to ask her to invest in your dreams, she's gonna be a dog. And I don't think no man want that. I don't think any men are ready to deal with that. So you just got to be careful who you ask for stuff, and try to go around her first if you can before you swing to her side. That's my opinion.
Jerry, give me some insight. What's going on, Jerry?
What I will say is that I feel like there's a certain point, like for instance, when I got married, I was 21 when I got married. So growing and building with someone, that makes sense. Like we were both young, we were teenagers, and that's something different. I think that I know that it's not important to put a time frame on everything, but if you're in your late 20s, your early 30s, and you're needing this, like, you have other things that you have to worry about. And I think that it's important. Like, I'm not going to invest in somebody financially if they're not my husband. Now, I will support you if you need any advice. If we're staying up, like if you're in school, we're staying up, that's an investment, because I'm giving, like Crystal was saying, I'm giving you my time. But to financially invest in someone when there is no guarantee in anything, and like you are not bound to me in any way, I'm personally not going to do that. And I also think that Dr. Umar was just completely off with this. If you shouldn't be asking your woman for anything. Like Ava was saying, everybody was saying, like, there are banks, you can go to other people. Don't ask me for money and you didn't even put a ring on my finger. It doesn't matter what it is that we're doing, because you don't know the mental time frame that a woman has in her head before she's going to leave you. And you asking her for $700, like Ava said, she's spending $3,500 on the bills, and you asking for $700. That could be her breaking point. Like, oh, I really got to leave you now.
But see, that was Ava's point, the example that she gave. That was not the point that Dr. Umar spoke about. So everybody's including their own example and getting off the original example that was given. They're adding their own little things in there, because Dr. Umar never spoke about a woman paying $3,500 and then giving a man $500 or $700. That's not even what they're supposed to be talking about. So there a lot of them are getting off point and adding their own little stuff in there. It is not even what they're supposed to be speaking about. But let's continue.
So I think that men should prioritize making more money if they are in a bind like that. And if they don't have the money, or if they're at the poverty line making 40K, they have other things. They don't need to be in a relationship, period. And they don't need to be married.
Do y'all think, I'm going to come back to the question in a minute, but I just want y'all honest to God opinion. when women are with men that may be struggling a bit financially, and I honestly want to hear y'all opinion. Do y'all eyes start to wonder a little bit when you run into guys that may not be struggling as much that ain't struggling at all financially?
No.
And I'm not talking about no. Let me qualify this. Let me rephrase the question. I'm not talking about a husband. All right. I'm not talking about somebody that you down with and you married to. I'm talking about you with this guy, similar to the same situation I was just posed from Umar Johnson, right? You with this guy, and in Molly's words, he might have a little dust on him. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit,
See, when people start, this is what I got a problem with. They always have to throw shade on the black man. It can never be that this dude is just doing the right thing, doing a good thing, and he's working his way to building something. He has to look, he gotta have a little dust on him. What the fuck does a little dust mean? Like, y'all explain to me what the fuck does that even mean? He gotta have a little dust on him. What? He got a kid? I mean, what? Because in these examples, he's still working towards something. So what is the little dust that people want to be placing on black men? That he could never just be working towards anything. He has to have something that's wrong with him.
he ain't homeless or nothing, but he got a little dust. Altima might be missing a bumper or two. Who knows? Who knows? Why are you shaking your head, Ava?
But
But y'all not married. Y'all not married. Does a woman's eye tend to wander a little bit when she started to get attention from a guy that got resources? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait. Let me get the. I'm gonna go.
So y'all heard? He said, does a woman's eye start to wonder a little bit when she started to see men who has more resources? Why isn't her damn eye wondering to helping him build some shit? See what I'm saying? So black men, while your ass is working trying to build something, your woman's eye is still wondering on the man who already got it. That's what they saying. That's what they saying. Instead of having that intentional focus on helping a man build some shit, take your damn eyes and ass to help to do something, and maybe your eyes won't be wandering in other damn directions. So this is what I'm saying. You can't look, black man. It don't seem like you can win, brother. It don't seem like you can win. Even if you're working, you doing what you can. You trying to advance. You're not trying to stay at the same level. You're not trying to stay at the bottom. It seems to me is that people are just not, or women, or people in general, are just not trying to help, but everybody want to complain about you. Everybody want to complain about you, but don't nobody want to help. But when you get there, everybody asking for help from you. Let's keep going.
Around, and then I want to get y'all thoughts. Molly,
Yeah, she's gonna look at other men.
Ava,
Yep.
Crystal, Jerry.
Yes.
I wouldn't even be with a man anyways. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but let's assume that it is.
Yes.
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth, you're mute, babe.
Sorry. If I'm in love with him, no. But when I fall out of love with him, it's gonna happen, and he'll know.
You will fall in love with that struggle.
Okay, I got you. Khan, what up, Khan? And y'all not married. Remember that. That's the scenario.
I'm sorry. I've always been a sucker for love. So if I'm like with somebody, even just dating, I'm just all eyes on him. I don't see nothing else. That's just
I
me.
got you. I hear you. Coco.
Yes.
Okay, so all right. So now that we got a general consensus, go ahead, Crystal.
So I just want to say that I think it's kind of messed up that people are judging women for their biological, like how we are made. We are made to want men that will protect and provide for us the same way that men are
judging like me because I'm like, dang, I mean, money is important, but that's easy. Like I can get that easy, baby. I can go outside and
it's not, but it's not about that. It's not about
Yeah.
that though. It's not about like, obviously we can all make our money. Most women have to work nowadays, but the point is that women are naturally hypergamous. We will try to get the best option. The same way that men will go for beauty and women that don't got a high body count, women will tend to. I'm sorry, we seem to be talking at the same time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Crystal, I could do what you do easy, but I do what I do because I'm in my lane. Why you gotta be judging me?
I'm not judging you. I'm talking about men. Girl, you can do what you want. I'm just talking about the majority of women. It's not that serious.
Let me run some interference.
It's not that serious.
Nobody is talking about anybody in particular. We all talking in general. All right?
Yes, I'm talking in general.
We all talking in general. I don't want nobody to think that it's a personal attack on anybody. What was you saying, Elizabeth? Because you was going out a little bit.
Well, no, I just felt like it was a little eye rolls and snickers and stuff that was going on. And it's fine because you guys obviously are doing something right and I'm taking notes. But just because there's a few women that want to do things differently, what do you think about us? What do you label us as?
Can I finish my statement? Can I finish my statement? So what I was saying, again, I'm not talking about Elizabeth. I'm just speaking in general. When people judge women for being hypergamous, when we naturally want men that are protectors and providers, the same way that men have a natural proclivity to want women that are beautiful, younger, less body count. It is a biological distinction between men and women, and that is okay. Obviously, in today's age, most women cannot just stay at home. Unfortunately, most women have to work, and it is what it is. But let's not act like that if you have two great options, but like you two men you like or whatever you're attracted to, and one man got money, got it all together and no kids, and one it got like two baby mamas and is still living at home in his mother's basement, you're more likely to pick the one who got his stuff together. And there's nothing, again, I mean, we've all dated a Dusty before, that we learned. And but my point is that, if that's what you want, that's what you want. And men need to be okay with that, the same way that women are understanding with the reality with how men think. That's just how women are. We want protectors, we want providers. And that's how it's always been. Always.
You want protectors and you want providers, but okay, so when that man is paying all the bills, he doing what the hell he want to. See, these type of women right here, this is the other half of what they not saying on the back end. Most men, when they got their relationship, they paying everything, literally everything, the bills, the trips, her hair, nails, and all that shit. That man got other pussy lined up. And I've heard this from other women all the time. This is the conversation that's not being had a lot of times when these type of women is talking, saying what she's saying. Man, they do this, man, they do that, and a man should be this, and a man should be that. Yeah, those same very men that they're talking about have multiple women, and they complain about that too. And they know they're gonna have multiple women. They just want to, they don't mind it until you get caught, and then they can divorce you, and then that's when they know the laws favor them in that situation. So that's why they don't give the full version on these types of conversations that they be speaking on. But let's continue.
Why is it like always this worst case scenario? Like this, Ava said something about she spending $3,500 and $500 left. Like, why can't he spend all his money and come to her for like, okay, I spent all my money on the bills, but I got this business idea. Can you help me? Why is it like this worst case scenario that obviously you're gonna pick, you know, it's an obvious choice. Why isn't
We
just
all said it was okay as long as it's your husband. We all the women equally, well, some of y'all don't, but most of the women on the panel equally agreed if it's your husband. A marriage certificate costs less than $50. You can go to the courthouse to get married. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to spend a
No, they didn't say that. What was said was that your ass should be the last. They should be the last person, the very last. So, you need to go to the bank. You need to go to a cousin, a family member. You need to go to best friend. You need to go to a stranger. You need to go to some damn credit union. You need to go to your neighbor. You need to go somewhere, anywhere but her first. She should be the last, the very last you come and ask to invest in a business that's going to benefit both of y'all. And which, when it's time for her to divorce your black ass, she's going to get half of that business that she didn't want you to come to her first about. Let's continue.
money on a big wedding. But the point is that at least if you're married, there is some type of protection for the woman, some kind for that investment.
Let me hold off for a second. Because hold on. I got y'all. I want to give Ava an opportunity to respond because he asked Ava specifically.
When he said, why is it the worst scenario? Why couldn't he had just been the person that was paying all the bills and used all his money for the bills, and she was left over with her money, and now he need her money to invest? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Why is it just this worse? Like he just a bum.
Well, if he's paying all the bills and he's taking care of home and he's getting money for that, then I'm sure he could find a way to get money for his next adventure.
Yeah.
But even a diamond has to be polished first. Y'all just want like
Why
diamonds.
do you have to make an excuse though, instead of saying I'm going to be a man and go out and secure more resources as a
If
man?
this man is paying the bills and he's taking care
make
of
more money.
Yes.
I think add an extra income.
He has a way where he can go. He can go and probably get a loan or do something where he can not something legal where he can get money to invest in whatever he's trying to do. Like I said, when you're dealing with a boyfriend and a husband, it's two different things. I feel like as a man, if a woman is your girlfriend, you should not be asking her for 25 cents. You shouldn't be asking her for anything because that's your girlfriend. Like Crystal said, a marriage certificate costs nothing. So if she's good enough to, if you can take her money, then you can take her to the courthouse. You don't have to wait until you get up there to say, okay, after I hit my lick, now I want to go and then we can get married. Nah, let's get married first, and then you might can dig in her wallet a little bit and try to hit your lick.
And I think Quilt, but I think the number one thing is missing is that the number one wealth builder, specifically for most Americans, is to be married, because you have two incomes that you can join from one that has a lot of tax benefits and other things that come along with it.
The richest women in the world obtain their wealth by divorce. Let's add that in there too. So while everybody likes to say, well, marriage, the first thing to being wealth is being married. Most billionaires, millionaires want to get married and yes, that may be true. But like I said, on the other side, most women have obtained their wealth through divorce. So come on, man. And then where was all this? I had to do some research, but this governmental contractual marriage, when did it start, y'all? When did that start? Because black folks had wealth, but we had families. But when did we start being governmental contractual marriage, going through this system? And now we can't build wealth anymore unless we going through their system, being married. So I think that when we had these conversations a lot, we having them disingenuous conversations. The people being disingenuous about them because everybody likes to. They're going off of. They've been selfish, only thinking about themselves. They're not really thinking about no damn you in the equation. They're thinking about, like she said, protecting her. Protecting her is what they're thinking about in these relationships.
That being married, I think a problem specifically for African American community is that we don't value marriage because we see it as something as a negative rather than the positive thing that it is. And also to the point about small business, one thing that we're forgetting is
another point. If they value marriage, so this is coming from the number one group of women who divorce their man at the highest rate. See, this is what I'm talking about. They divorce at a 70% to 80% rate. They don't stay in no damn marriages. They don't stay in no damn marriages. They divorcing like crazy. In a no fault divorce. So these are coming from women who these coming from the race of women who don't even really believe and stand death to death do us part, sickness and health. So man, we gotta stop. We gotta stop believing everything that people be saying, put on this internet, cause they just be putting shit out here. They just be saying any damn thing.
It's about numbers. We're seeing a lot of things through rose-colored lenses. So about 5% of small businesses exist after 3 years. Mm-hmm. And then after less than 3% survive after 10 years. So yes, it might sound nice and dandy. Ooh, give me your money, blah, blah, blah. Let me invest in it in my non-husband's business. But for the most part, a majority of businesses are going to fail. You know what would help build wealth? If you marry that woman, y'all work together, y'all save together, y'all put money in investments, you budgeted, you did wisely, you invest in 401k, you invest in the stock market, you invest in different funds, you manage your money wisely together, you get all the tax benefits that come along with being married. That's how you build wealth. The Rockefellers didn't have a whole bunch of single person families to start building generational wealth. Generational wealth does not exist when one person and then continue from there. No, there are families that are married and marry other families to build on wealth. I think I really wish that Black people get back to understanding that marriage is the foundation for society, for civilization. That's how you build anything. That needs to be the first and foremost thought pattern that comes back into us. Because again, when we were married before the civil rights era, we were doing a lot better business-wise, financially, everything. And then when marriage stopped being the priority in the Black community, everything fell off after that. So if you want to build your business, kudos, my brother. I'm not against Black women supporting men, but I do. I'm sorry.
I do agree with Coco. I wanted to ask the panel a question. Let's best case scenario it, because I do agree with everything you said. But let's switch it up a bit. What if this man pays all your bills and he takes care of you, gets your hair done, throws you money here and there, and then he's like, yo, listen, I need $1,500 and I need to do X, Y, and Z with it real quick. Then what would you say?
They're gonna be like, nah, you ain't
stop paying for my hair and nails, and you
right. And then,
I'm sorry, I'm not giving you $1.
Wait, Elizabeth, I would, Elizabeth, to answer your question, I would have the question on why aren't we married?
Yes.
If you're paying for everything, no, that's serious. A question to have.
Marriage don't.
Hold on. Let Elizabeth. Let her go ahead. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
I mean, you're right, but can we just? So, y'all so absolute. Like I get it.
Well,
have to get
Hold
married.
on, let her cook.
If he like does everything for you and he says, hey, can I get 1,500? You're gonna be like, can I marry you? He's like, I don't want to get married, or I don't believe in marriage right now. Like, are you gonna say yes or no? Simple.
If he says I don't believe in marriage, then I'll be like, you know what? It's been a good ride.
Mm-hmm.
You have a nice life.
That is insane.
It's not insane. What's insane about that?
And what they're still, that's what I was saying. Everybody put their own little example on it, but in the proper context, they were already been together for 2 years. That's why the brother Quill said that's insane. And another sister right here, the bottom left, Carmia, she's gonna address. She's gonna bring up a great point.
Because
it's insane that you think it's insane.
Y'all put marriage
it's insulting.
It don't even like y'all put marriage on this pedestal. It don't even
because again, marriage is not the priority to African American communities. So that is why he's insane.
All of that can still.
Definitely no. That is. I'm sorry, Quill. This is a perfect example of where the minds are. Marriage. Okay, when it's in contrary to what you actually want to do, then marriage gets brought in and thrown in like, oh no, we
facts. That now they wanted to throw marriage in, but they not thinking of the point of the examples that they gave. What if the man was paying all the bills? You didn't say, oh, no, you can't pay my bills because we ain't married. You didn't say that then, but now it's when I come to you for an investment. Oh, it's we not married. This is what I mean by them being disingenuous when they have these types of conversations, because they like to skip over certain parts. It make these disingenuous arguments. Oh, he's dusty, and like, come on, man.
We got to be married. But if we're keeping everything in context, you've already been with this person for over a year or two already. Where was the marriage talk before all of those festivities and all of the buying the hair and the nails and the taking care of? Where was that conversation at with that particular situation? I understand with our own personal, situations. I understand that. But like with that particular scenario, it's like the marriage wasn't brought up in the conversation in between the 1 to 2 years. So it's like going, over the deep end with that, because that's our own thing. Like, it's like, okay, well then where's the script for, like, where do we bring in the marriage talk if we've already been 2 years in?
You're doing it intentionally. That marriage conversation is had on the first date.
And there you go. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe, comment, man. But this video was something else. I'm telling you, this is the mindset of most of our women today. May not be particularly in your life, but it's definitely out there, as you can see. Like I said, man, this was a video. Everybody gave an answer, but they really didn't particularly stick to the point, to the original content or question that was asked. People who gave their answer always threw something in there to make themselves seem right and be disingenuous about it. So, man, I'll be back with another one. Peace.